So yet another video, and in this video I'm going to discuss something that I feel might be very important, especially if you're already up and running with your casino affiliate website and you are running SEO traffic and you are already started ranking for a couple of keywords or hopefully many keywords and you're already starting to drive some traffic, but you might experience that your traffic is maybe stagnating a bit or maybe it's even going down. Obviously, these videos could also be very good for you in preventing this from happening. In this video, I'm also going to show you exactly what you can do in order to prevent and to fix this problem. And the problem I'm talking about is content decay. And content decay basically means that there is other content out there on the interweb or the internet that is more up to date and more newsworthy, or maybe Google see it as more relevant than your own content. So this is actually rooted in one of the Google's own algorithms, which is called QDF, which stands for Query Deserves Freshness. And this is something that they are using a lot, especially when it comes to things that have a tendency of going through a lot of updates. Casino affiliate marketing or online casino is a good example of this because there are new regulations that are coming out. Obviously, there's a lot of new casinos that are getting released. So if you are, for example, trying to rank for new online casinos, obviously you want to update this list of new online casinos so that both Google and your visitors and the searchers understand that your list of new online casinos is up to date. Because why would Google want to list a page of casinos that hasn't been updated? Because then it's not a list of new casinos. It's basically just a list of casinos. It was actually a pretty good example. I'm going to talk about this more. I'm also going to show you what I am doing in order to fix this as well. And I'm also going to share it with you so you can do it yourself. But let's go through this Query Deserves Freshness a bit more. And actually, I want to take the help of a website called Search Engine Land, because I think that this is an amazing website when you want to find very up-to-date information. This one and SEO Roundtable are very good websites. So I basically just went to Google and searched for this term, and Search Engine Land ranked 1 for this. So maybe their article is updated. Actually, it was published in December 2024, but I think that they have been doing some updates to this as well, because why wouldn't they if they are writing about this exact thing? I'm going to link this one in the description of this video so you can read it if you want as well. I'm just going to touch a bit on some of the points that I really found interesting. For example, this one. If the search volume of a keyword is starting to increase, I feel like that is a point where Google is also going to feel like, oh my God, more people are searching for this. So now we really have to serve them with the most up-to-date information, because that is basically what it all boils down to. The most up-to-date information. And obviously this also ties into all of the other stuff such as authority, trust, relevancy. That is also obviously, I think, even more important, but this is also something that is going to add another layer of ranking factor to that. So how does this QDF work? Basically, it works by you going into one of your older articles or pages on your website, and you start updating the information on your website. And this is going to trigger to Google that updates have been made on your website. And next time they crawl this page, they're going to see that, oh, there's new information on this website. So hopefully they're going to keep this in mind next time they are basically assessing where they want to rank you in the search results. So what they mention here as well is how to optimize for the QDF. And one of the things here that I'm going to talk about is the schema markup, because this is basically the code that you are sending to Google to help them understand your articles. Another thing is also to optimize the crawl budget. I'm not going to get in too deep into the technical aspects of this, because honestly, yeah, you can do this, but most websites, especially if you're following a lot of my advice, they're already going to be very optimized. And obviously following the guidelines, who cares? People are manipulating this anyway all the time. Like I mentioned before, I've been seeing a lot of success myself. Let's say that I am ranking on position 3 for a keyword, and I feel like I'm starting to lose ranking on this keyword. Maybe I go down to position 5 or 10 or even 20. I go into the article and I started adding some more content. Maybe I remove some content and I add some new content. And I see that the rankings are starting to pick up again. Some other things that you can do as well is to start sending some more internal links to this page and even changing the anchor text of internal links. That is also something that could work. Obviously, backlinks also play a part in this, because the more frequent a page is getting backlinks, this is also kind of serves the freshness aspect of this, because that means, or it signals to Google that your content is still relevant for people to link to. But if we go into the more technical part of it, I'm going to show you one thing that I added to my own website. Keep in mind that this is just a staging version of a website that I created, just in order to be able to showcase for people what they might be able to do in order to implement stuff like this. So this is a latest update drop-down kind of thing here. So every time I do a change of the content, or maybe I'm adding a new casino on my website, also keep in mind that I'm not really working with these guys. I just took them because just to showcase how a comparison table might look like. So every time I do a change on a page, I basically go in here and I add a new entry here. Obviously, I just added these ones just as a test to show you how it might look like. Let's see, zoom in a bit. So the latest thing I pretended to do on this page was to do a content overhaul to keep the guide up to date with latest industry trends. And also, obviously, you have to do some changes on the page as well, not only this thing. But let's say that I'm adding a new casino. Let's say it's Mr. Play. I can just add an update here saying updated this guide with a new online casino, Mr. Play. And here, for example, updated this guide with new regulation requirements as stated by the UK Gambling Commission, because this site is targeting the UK market. So then maybe I changed some text down here, I added some things. So I think that this is really powerful, not only aesthetically, because this is not the only reason that we're adding this. It is also because this one is also serving aggregated data. It's a pretty hard word to say. So basically, every time I do a change here, it's sending it to the update log here, which is part of my structured data. So every time Google crawls the site, they can also see that I've deliberately added new updates to my aggregated data. Obviously, I think that there's other ways to build these kind of tools, but for me, it's pretty easy. I just take this part, I move it down, and I add a new entry here, and then this one is going to show up in the dropdown. It's also always going to show the latest one here. I actually created this one inside of Claude AI. So I have actually a complete guide on how I created this tool, and I added a new video inside of the course about let's see here, it's the Claude AI custom functions. This video, I think that I added how to build this tool. At least I show you how to build tools like this in this video here. So if you're interested in diving even deeper in how to create tools like this one, I created other ones as well. Let's see. I created like this thing, like how we rate, and other cool things that you can add on your website. I have it inside of that video, inside of the course. So yeah, I think that this was just a video of me reminding all of you that you have to always keep working on your content. I think that a lot of people are very stuck in, they also always want to create new content. They want to target new keywords, and they don't really think about the content that they already, invested a lot of time in, and also obviously maybe some money in. So going back to old content and trying to improve it, and also trying to nurture it a bit, I think that is also very important, especially if you're targeting very high competitive keywords. I have one of my students actually that is targeting a very few number of keywords, but he's doing a lot of these tactics that I showed you in this video. So just so he can keep these #1 positions on these very competitive keywords. So instead of creating a lot of other new articles, he's basically just very hyper-focused on just ranking these very few keywords. And he's making a lot of money from a very few amount of pages ranking for a few very high competitive and also high search volume keywords. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're interested in more similar videos, also leave me a comment in the comment section. If you want to talk to me, if you want to book a free call with me, there's also a link in the description, so you can do that. And also, obviously, if you want to check out my community, you can also click in the link in the description. And so yeah, until I see you in the next video, have an amazing day. Bye-bye.